Hey there gang, hope you're having a great one today. Kawaii50 here with another Fate Grand Order video, and yes, 7th anniversary. Of course we were going to make another video about this. Did you honestly think otherwise? Now I already covered a bunch of the GSSR banners, so you can check that out in a video I'm going to chuck down in the description below. You can go ahead and follow that link, look at the banners, look at the beautiful stuff that's coming here, and try to make your decision from there. But of course, there is a plethora of other things coming with the 7th anniversary that I feel were absolutely worth talking about. Hopefully, this video ends up helping you out with the overwhelming amount of things we're getting for the 7th Annie. Please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share, etc. If this video did make you, get excited, help you out, any of those above things, because that would really help me out. Trying to get to 10k subs by the end of the year, and with your help, I think we can do it. Now that I have done that required gush from YouTube, let's go ahead and talk about some of the coolest things we're getting from the 7th anniversary that is not the Lucky Bag Summoning campaign. So let's hop right out the gate with Free St. Quartz. You like Free St. Quartz? I like Free St. Quartz, and I like getting retroactive Free St. Quartz for things I have already done. If you haven't final ascended like the most of your servants, you should probably go ahead and get on that, because we're going to be getting a butt ton of free St. Quartz from simply final ascending all of our characters. And you're going to want to do that for some upcoming difficult FGO content coming in the future. The more servants you have final ascended, the better off you're going to be, and you're just going to want to trust me on that. Looking at the calculations from the actual stream itself, if we end up looking at everything from the 7th anniversary, we're looking at a potential max of 1,135 free St. Quartz. And that is about 38 multi-summons. So if you want to get up to 38 free multis from all the characters you have, you're going to want to go ahead and final ascend everybody you possibly can. Please, go ahead and do that. I guarantee you won't be disappointed when you see that huge amount of St. Quartz just get burped straight into your gift box. And you're probably going to want that for, maybe some sort of character from another Type Moon property that is going to be the main anniversary servant. I have no idea who it could possibly be, but you might want to have the St. Quartz available to roll for them if you're a fan of them. We are also getting a ticket for a free 5-star craft essence, and don't worry newbie players out there, as long as you've at least cleared Fuyuki, you will be able to go ahead and pick this as well. Now there are 3 possible options on here that I think are the biggest bang for your buck. To start with, if you don't have a kaleidoscope, go ahead and get yourself a kaleidoscope. Having a kaleidoscope is a huge boon. If you're on the cusp of a max limit broken kaleidoscope, well, now is your time to get a free 100% NP charge. Trust me, this is going to be the most early player friendly, new player friendly, and if you just don't have this, it is going to be an absolute game changer when you finally get it. Next up, I definitely want to recommend getting yourself a copy of the Black Grail. My max limit broken Black Grail has come in clutch on so many characters in so many different situations. I would say this, in terms of CEs for challenge content and buster farming, is by and far one of the best craft essences you can get in the entire game. So if you're on the cusp of max limit breaking one, or if you don't even have one, I would highly recommend getting one of these. And if you happen to have both of these, the sleeper hit CE out of this entire lot is Volumen Hydrogyrum. Now, Hydrogyrum is one of those rare CEs where you actually don't need to max limit break it. The max limit break bonus for it is not really super great, and for most people, having multiple copies is going to be a preferred option, especially if you're fielding a lot of last stand servants. You've got your characters in the back line, like your Coup Alters. Maybe your Heracles doesn't have his Bond CE yet. Maybe you are running Qinshi Wang. This craft essence is transcendent on any of those characters. With all of its stats firmly in HP and granting invincibility for 3 attacks, this is a meaty boost. You can clear a huge amount of content in the game as long as you just have a Coup equipped with this. His glass cannonness is going to basically be negated for the beginning of the battle, and your Coup Alter is just going to absolutely shred any enemies that come into his line of sight. Now, the only thing I really want to ask is Coup Alter animation update when? But if you're looking to give him some sort of upgrade and you happen to have him or any other super strong Berserker Glass Cannon Servant, I highly recommend taking at least a gander at Volume and Hydrogyrum and seeing if it is the right choice for you. We're also making a massive boost in the form of a big battle update, and this is going to be pretty great, especially for those of you that are still huge fans of the Quick meta. Quick is getting a huge boost with this update. We are getting a new first card bonus for the Quick cards. Instead of cards just getting an increased critical star generation, all of the cards in your Quick chain are going to get another 20% critical chance added on top from having Quick in your first card selection. This is super duper neat. I love to see it. Quick in general just really needed this boost, and I am super duper happy to see Quick end up getting this bonus. There is also a full renewal for Quick chains in general. If you select 3 Quick cards, well, you're going to get 20 critical stars rather than 10, essentially doubling your critical chance. This is great. This is exactly what Quick needed, and I am super happy to see them leaning even further into the critical star generation. We are also getting 2 new huge chain bonuses in the form of the Mighty Chain and the Mighty Brave Chain. Now, the Mighty Chain can only be triggered when all of your command cards are of different card types, and the cards can be in any order. Doesn't really matter which servant is on those cards. Your Mighty Chain is going to have all of your subsequent cards gain the effects of the first card bonus. So we were previously talking about the new Quick card bonus. So all cards in the chain will gain increased critical star generation and 20% critical chance, while your Arts card and your Buster card are now going to gain those huge new benefits. It is not just going to be from, say, you having a massive Quick chain of all 3 Quick cards. You are actually going to get some solid bonuses from picking multiple cards from different servants, and this in general is going to see your team's damage go up. What is going to see your team's damage go up even more is the Mighty Brave Chain. If all 3 of your cards apply to the same servant, your extra card is going to get the bonuses of the first card, just like in your standard Mighty Chain. So that is 4 cards getting that previously mentioned Quick bonus, rather than just 3. Of course, this applies to NP generation from Arts cards, as well as a damage boost from Buster cards as well. The Mighty Brave Chain has been a huge boon for any sort of single target focused or last stand servants that you would want to hyper carry, I guess, in Honkai Star Rail and Genshin terms, where all of your support is going into focusing on that single servant's damage, so they can pick mainly their cards to absolutely destroy a single boss. I've seen a lot of talk on my Discord server on how this entire boost is going to be a huge bonus to King Hassan in particular. The man's going to see a massive boost from the inclusion of the Mighty Chain, but this goes to many servants completely across the board. He is just the best example I can think of off the top of my head. So Gramps fans, rejoice, because the Mighty Brave Chain is going to allow him to take even more heads. And of course, the final thing I want to mention is a new batch of servant strengthening quests. 14 characters are all getting buffs, and I'm not going to specifically mention all of them because, wow, that would make this video really long, but let me at least just mention 3 standouts to try to get you hyped. Ryogi Shiki Saber is getting a boost to her Yin Yang ability that makes it not absolute trash, and I absolutely do appreciate that for the Shiki fans. This is now going to add a better heal and allow Shiki to charge her own NP gauge by 20 to 30%, something she sorely needed. Diermuid is also getting a buff in his Lancer form, something else he sorely needed to his 3rd skill. Rather than his 3rd skill just increasing star generation rate, he's going to get a boost to his quick performance, arts performance, and critical damage. A massive boon that might draw him more in line with how feared he was supposed to be when he was name dropped in Fate Zero. And finally, our best boy Voyager is also getting a huge boost to his star absorption skill. This is also going to increase the targeted ally's quick performance by 3 turns by 20 to 30%. There we go, I was actually able to get that tongue twister out, even if it wasn't that much of a tongue twister. Anyways, Protection of the World's End Cosmos is a massive boon to Voyager's quick damage, and that could not come at a better time with the introduction of Mighty Brave Chains. So a 3 quick card Mighty Brave Chain from our Voyager with that Noble Phantasm is going to be absolutely delightful. You are going to see a crazy amount of stars generated from that, and Voyager is basically going to be critting into oblivion. There are of course other servants, but those were the 3 that I felt deserved some of the most mentions, because I thought those bonuses were just absolutely out of this world for those characters. Pun not necessarily intended, because Voyager is included. And those are some of my big things I really wanted to go over for the 7th anniversary. Of course, we're all excited about the prospect of more St. Quartz, but I'm always happy to see FGO bring in any sort of battle system updates into the game. I've said it before and I'll say it again, as much as a lot of people do enjoy the visual novel aspect of FGO, and I enjoy that as well, when it comes to my games, I really like the actual main focused interactive part, the gameplay part, whether it's a turn-based battle, whether it's action RPG gameplay. That is the point where I personally get the most engaged. So to see that portion of the game get a big update that's going to be a huge boon for a lot of characters is both exciting and horrifying. It is exciting because it's a huge buff across the board for every character in the game, and it is horrifying because now bosses are going to be built and tuned with this mechanic in mind. So I am excited to see what kinds of bosses I am now going to need this mechanic in order to topple. Let me know what you're most excited for down in the comments section below, and like I said in my description, if you want to see some of the best banners to pull on for the GSSR, well, that video exists in the description. Huge thanks to everyone on my Discord, Patreon, and Ko-fi for all of their support, and a big thanks to you here on YouTube for watching the video to the very end. I really do appreciate it. Anyways gang, that's it for me, Kawaii50. I hope you all have a phenomenal day, and I will see you all in the next one.